In today's video, I'm going to give you 5 different ways that you can save money and keep your wallet locked up on your next all-inclusive. Yes, it is an all-inclusive, but there are some things and there are some tricky things that people forget to bring, or forget to pack, or forget about that causes you to whip those dollars out of your wallet. So we're gonna go over those 5 things. As a bonus at the end of the video, I'm gonna give you my #1 hack for taking on an all-inclusive that most people forget to pack, that I forgot to pack on the first couple all-inclusives I was on, and now I never forget it. Let's get into it. The first way that you can save money at an all-inclusive is to bring your own pool floaties. So whether you have children or you don't, or you like to float around the ocean, or you like to float in the pool, bringing your own pool floaties in the flat stage, you know, when you buy them, they're in the pack, they're compressed, they're easy to pack, they don't weigh a lot. So bring them with you, because I've seen tons of situations in my own extended family as well, where we go to the all-inclusive and obviously the kids want to float around, they want to have a good time, they want the tubes. It's even nice to float around in the ocean as well, and you don't have them and you have to go buy them from the store. If you know anything about the all-inclusive resorts, the stores, everything in them is really expensive, including the pool floaties. So tip #1, or way #1 to not spend money at an all-inclusive, is bring those floaties. Once you're done with them at the end of the week, you can decompress them down or deflate them, pack them right back in your suitcase, and you're good to go. Way #2 to keep your wallet locked up and not spend money at an all-inclusive is to make sure you have enough sunscreen. I know it may seem obvious, but there are times when you may not pack enough, and if you have to buy sunscreen at the resort store, it is so marked up, it's disgusting. So make sure you're bringing enough, whether it's the face or whether it's the body. Make sure you have enough, because that sun will absolutely beat down on your skin, and if you have to go to the resort store, they can mark it up as much as they want because they know you need it. So making sure you're packing that sunscreen. The third way to save money at an all-inclusive or not have to pull your wallet out, you kind of still have to pull your wallet out for this one, but it's really around tipping. So bring lots of small bills. I take a good amount of small bills with me when I go, because you're gonna be tipping for kind of everything. And the reason I bring small bills, anything from 1s, 5s, 10s up to 20s, because with all the tipping that goes on in all-inclusive, from the bar to the food to the helping you get your bags up, like all that stuff, make sure you're choosing the right amount. And if you have lots of different bills and lots of different small bills, you'll be able to tip accordingly. You're not have to be giving out 10s and 20s just for someone bringing up food to your room or whatever that needs to look like. If you're a large tipper, certainly have at it, be the greatest tipper of all time, but I like to tip according to what I usually would tip in the US, and the small bills up through the 10s and 20s allows me to get through the whole week without having to go back to my wallet or go to an ATM to get more cash out. So I kind of plan that out, and it works out pretty well. Way #4 to save money on an all-inclusive is to plan your excursions before you go. There's a couple reasons for that. One, I think they are more expensive when you plan them just at the resort. You also don't always know what you're getting into. They're just giving you pamphlets. I like to go on TripAdvisor and really dig into the reviews of the specific excursions. And normally, because we have such a large party that we travel with, if you don't, this may not be as much of an issue, but we have smaller kids as well. Not all excursions are perfect for every human being. So some little kids may not be able to go on certain boat things or whatever that needs to look like. And also sometimes if you prepay in full, or if they're running specials, you can kind of track all of that online. You won't have that opportunity, obviously, if you're doing it a couple days before you're going on the excursion. So you can save a considerable amount of money if you pre-plan and plan your excursions ahead of time before you actually get to the resort. And then with my tip #3, you'll have the small bills and tips that you can tip the guide or whatever your excursion needs. The 5th and final way to save money on a resort, I will get into. Just remember, I'm giving you my secret hint on the thing that I pack that I think is mostly missed by people that don't go to all-inclusives all the time, right after this. But tip #5 on ways to save money at an all-inclusive or keep your wallet locked up is to research the resort to see if they provide anything for free or at a discounted rate. What I mean by that is, one big one that most people know or have used before is airport transportation. Some resorts do, some resorts don't, but make sure you're asking them, calling them, look at reviews, go on TripAdvisor, find out if they give that. Maybe they do ferry rides, maybe there's an excursion that has a discount, maybe they provide discount vouchers for things around the area, or movie theaters, or whatever that looks like. Make sure you're digging into those details to find out if the resort gives any of that. We have gotten $60 ferry rides for free at a resort in Cancun at the Grand Fiesta Americana that took us over to Isla Mujeres. So there are many things, and it was not That ferry ride discount or free tickets was not publicized anywhere. We found it on I think a TripAdvisor review that someone said, you get 2 free ferry tickets per room. So make sure you're digging into those details, because that could save you a lot of money and allow you to keep your wallet locked up while you're on the all-inclusive. Okay, my bonus packing hack that I take on all my all-inclusives moving forward is a Yeti mug or insulated mug or Stanley or whatever you're carrying these days. Take that with you. Not only just to keep your water cold, but if you're into frozen drinks, whether that be alcoholic or non-alcoholic, because frozen drinks are a huge thing at all these all-inclusives, especially the ones in the Caribbean, they will keep that thing frozen, or that drink frozen longer, and it won't just turn to slush in the heat very quickly. So frozen mugs, and the stainless ones and the ones that have the lids and everything, you can have them in the pools. Nobody yells at you or anything like that. It's way better than using the plastic cups all the time, obviously as well for the environment, but it'll keep your stuff cold, or it'll keep your non-alcoholic or alcoholic frozen drinks cold for way longer. I didn't think about that on my first all-inclusive, and I saw tons of people around me with those insulated cups, and I was like, that is brilliant. I should have thought of that. So it is super helpful, so make sure you're taking one with you, and then you can also use it on the excursion if you're going away from the resort to carry cold water, ice water, whatever you need. So hopefully that was helpful. Those are my 5 tips on the way to keep your wallet locked up while you're on your next all-inclusive. If you like this video, certainly check out this other video that is similar to this, and I do lots of review videos on places we travel. I'll catch you on the next one.